Hi. Today we are going to see the 75th Stotram. Satgadi, Satkridi, Satta, Satbhudi, Satparayanaha, Shuraseno Yadhusreshta, Sannivasa Suyamunaha. Satgadi. Sat means very good. Gadi means the only way. So we always say that when we have to do something which has no other way, so we will say that I don't have any other gadi. I have to do this. I have only this gadi. So gadi means there is no other way. This is the only possible way I can do it. So for the very good people, sad means for very good people, the only way is to reach the Bhagavan and to attain the moksha. So moksha is the only way. So one who is attained by such people or who is endowed with intelligence of great excellence. So only when you have proper intelligence, you will have enough knowledge to think. Then only you can reach the Bhagavan. Then we will know more about Bhagavan. So the goal of good and noble seekers. Who is considered to be good? The good are the beings who know the existence of Brahman. Brahman means the power of God. So they are considered to be wise. And the noble seekers. Noble means who always follow the path of Dharma. And they will be spiritually, they will reach the path of Vaikunta. So that's why Bhagavan is called Sat Gadi. Next is Sat Kriti. Sat means again very good. Kriti means the creation. Creation means the Bhagavan is the creator of the world. So Bhagavans whose achievement are for the protection of the world. So Kriti means one who is doing something for the welfare of the world. So Karta means who is doing. Kriti means the thing that he is doing. So he is protecting the world. So that's why he is called Satkriti. And he is protecting for a very good reason. That means Bhagwan is full of good actions. That action is called Kriti. That is, creator is protecting the creations. And he is doing to maintain the rhythm of creation as well as to preserve the logic behind it. So he is, if he is doing any destructive activities like killing the asuras or doing destruction for the adharma, it is all because for the good and welfare of the world. So all actions is a result for the protection of the world and will be in harmony for peace establishment. He will always look forward for the peace and harmony. That's why he is called Sat Kriti. That is very good action. Next is Satta. Satta means the experience, that is without any difference of an external nature. That means Satta means the rich glories from similar objects or dissimilar objects. So even when you consider the glory that is coming from inside of the mind or outside of the mind, that is the body, that is called, that experience is called Satta. The glory means the wealth, the power and the happiness. Happiness means the bliss that we will achieve only when we have followed the path of dharma. And it is also said that when Bhagavan do the different incarnation, avatarams, he is trying to establish the glory. But through avatarams, he has established only a very small part of it. And he is considered to have immeasurable glory. Only the yogis in meditation, they can perceive the external glory of Bhagavan. So it is such a vast, bright glory that no other normal people can even imagine or think of it. So you have to reach that level so that we can at least have power to perceive it. So even in Mahabharata, when the Dhritarashtra can want to see what is happening in the real field of Mahabharata Yuddham, what happens? He will be given the power first by the Vyasa Bhagavan, but he will say that I have no energy to perceive what is happening, so please give that power to Sanjayan. That is my Terali. So that's why you need certain power to see the glory of Bhagavan. So only certain people's yogis can have that. That's a Vyasa Bhagavan. He is a yogi who achieved that level after lots of tapasu. When he did tapasu, there was lot of snake put, that snake's hood. That was, he was fully covered with it because he was once a thief who used to chase everything, even from the saints. Then one of the group of saints asked him if he is doing right. Then he said that I am doing for my family. So they said, we will stay here. Please go to the family and ask if they will share the pavam, what you are gaining through doing these things for the family. So when he went and asked his wife and kids, they told that whatever you do the papam, you have to bear the punishment. Only that certain individual can take the punishment, not the family. So tandan cheyyunna karmathin phalam tandan anubhavichidumenne varu. So if you are doing one thing, crime or something, you have to bear the punishment. No other people will come and share that punishment. Even if you do punyam, good things, that will go through generations, because the punyam has lot of power and glory that it will stay for generations. But pavam is something that is not going to generations. It will stay with that person itself and he has to bear the punishment. So that's why the satta means that much power the Bhagavan has, that much glory the Bhagavan has. Next one is Sat Bhudi. Sat means very good. Bhudi means the Paramatman, which is considered to be the soul. Paramatma. Atma means the soul. So Bhudi means something that is staying inside the Bhudam. Bhudam means our Jivatma, our body. And Bhudi means the soul, the Paramatma inside the Jivatma, inside the body. So Sat Bhudi means very good Atma. That means the Paramatma who is considered to be the pure existence. And it is consciousness. We all have consciousness. That's why when we do one crime, we feel bad because our soul is telling us the thing that you have done is not correct. And this soul, if you don't have proper intelligence, you don't have proper control of the sense, it becomes unstable and it manifests our body in many ways. So that's why we should know how to control our emotions. Next one is Sat Parayana. Sat means very good. And Parayana means when you follow the path of truth. Parayanam means when you say, or when you feel, or when you talk, when you hear, when you see. So that Parayanam, that's why we call Narayaniya Parayanam, Vishnu Parayanam. So Sahasranama Parayanam. Parayanam means we are telling the good things about Bhagavan. We are telling the truth of life. So that Parayanam is considered to be the highest status that can be attainable by holy men who has realized the truth of life. That is the supreme goal for good. Good means who knows Brahman or who pursue the path of truth. That's why Bhagavan is called Sat Parayana. Parayana means who can be reachable. And Sat means very good. Only very good can reach Bhagavan through the path of truth. Next one is Surasena. Sena means army. Shura means heroic warriors. So Bhagavan's army is considered to be full of heroic warriors. That means Bhagavan has a crowd who are heroic warriors with lots of heroism and valiant. For example, in the avataram of Rama, he had Hanuman and Lakshmana. Both are Bhagavan's sole devotee. In the same way, in the Krishna avataram, he had Arjuna and Bhima as the heroic warriors who led the army to victory. So that's why Bhagavan has an army with heroic warriors. That's why he's called Shura Sena. Next one is Yadu Shrestha. Yadu means Yadava Vamsha. That means Bhagavan, when he took the avataram or incarnation of Krishna, he had that Yadava Kulam. He came from the caste of Yadavas. That's why he is called Yadu. Shrestha means one who is very apt for that, who is very good in that. That means who is the greatest among the Yadus. So Bhagavan Krishna is the glory of Yadavas, or he is the greatest among the Yadavas. That's why he is called Yadu Shrestha. Next is Sannivasa. Sannivasa. Vasa means staying, or the location or the place we live. Sanni means the holy or very good. So Bhagavan is the abode of good. That is why he is called Sannivasa. He is the resort of holy knowing ones. And he is a great source of realization. Who come to him, they will be drowned in conscious, good consciousness, Bhagavan's consciousness. And the devotees will be knowing the truth or Neyam. When you are ignorant, you are called Akneyam. When you are intelligent in something, when you know something, you are called Neyam. And you will be seated in the heart of Bhagavan, and Bhagavan will come and sit in the heart as a soul. So that's why it's called Sannivasa. Next one is Suya Munaha. That means Suyamunaha. We read like that. Suyamuna. Yamuna. Yamuna is the river. Yamuna means, Su means surrounded. Surrounded by good people. That means Yamuna was surrounded, or Yamuna is surrounded by illustrious persons associated in Bhagavan's avataram, incarnation. like Devagi, Vasudeva, Nandagopa, Yashoda, Balabhadra, Subhadra, etc. So all the Gopas was protecting the Yamunas. So what they do, they consider Yamuna not only as a river, as a Bhagavan, as a goddess. They protect them and they surround with positiveness. They are also not, Gopas are not only the keepers of cows. They are the keepers of sacred milk of knowledge. They are very intelligent. We think that only we go to school and college, we are intelligent. We are intelligent when you have degrees in the hand. Not only that, it will not stay here. You should have the knowledge, should stay here, and you should know the value of knowledge. And you should have the Vedantam inside that. You should give that value in life. You should act according to that knowledge in life. Then only there is a meaning for knowing something. So if you know something, if you share with one person, then only that knowledge has a value. So Gopas are the real sacred milk. They are the keepers of sacred milk of knowledge. That's why Yamunaha. That is, they are saving the Yamuna. So we are seeing the names. Sadgadi, Satkriti, Satta, Sadbhudi, Satparayana, Shurasena, Yadusreshta, Sannivasa, Yamunaha. We'll be reaching 707th Namam of Vishnu Bhagavan. Sadgadi, Satkriti, Satta, Sadbhudi, Satparayanaha, Shuraseno Yadusreshta, Sannivasa Suyamunaha or Suyamunaha.